Welcome to Life Mastery Decoded. I'm your host, Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. I have been studying mind mastery and emotional management and its connection to spirituality for over 25 years. In this podcast, I help guide you out of your daily struggles in life in the areas of health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality. Life is hard, but your daily growth doesn't have to be. Join me 3 times a week as I lead you inward on a healing, creating, and connecting journey. Let's go get the nugget of inspiration. Hey ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode where I hope I'm finding you living in the higher vibrational state. If you are not living in a higher vibrational state, then it is my intention that in today's episode I give you just one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. So today I want to talk about stress. I want to talk about stress and how it not only affects your body, but how it keeps you on this loop, this pattern of repeat because of the energy that you are emitting. So when we talk about the chakras, I have mentioned before, the lower chakras, the root, the sacral, the solar, are based in the physical experience. Those are considered your physical related chakras that related to the physical stuff around you, all the stuff that you see, the people, the experience, the places, the earthly material, stuff like that, okay? That's all the physical stuff. The heart through the crown are your spiritual connections. Now, when we are living in that state of stress, whether we are angry, overwhelmed, chaotic, upset, lonely, feeling grief, even though those emotions can relate to different chakras, when we are in those lower vibrational frequencies, like those lower vibrational states of being, it starts to affect our body and our energy. Our chakras are blocked. We're not producing. We're not creating. We don't feel happy. We are constantly dealing with these low vibrational emotional states. When that happens, when you are in those, what we're going to call the survival state, you're not in a place of creation. You're in a place of surviving. I need to survive my family, my relationship, my job, my kids, my house, my money, my food issues, my health issues. You're in this state of survival. Well, when we get in that state of survival and we're in those lower vibrational states, we already know how stress, we're going to say that is stress. So any of those emotions, that those lower vibrational emotions are stress, that survival state, okay? When I'm living consistently in that survival state, that is not a place, my energy is way too low to try to create new things. That's not a place of creating. It's not a place of accepting change. It's not a place of finding more love. It's not a place of more gratitude and joy because it's too far away. I'm in low surviving states. It's creating a lot of stress on my body. And then it starts to loop around and affect me physically. My thoughts create my emotional state. If I keep thinking the same thought, I keep feeling the same emotion, and the same emotion creates the same physical sensation, low vibration, my body can't heal. I don't feel better. I don't look good. My outlook on life isn't very good. My attitude is not good. My relationships start to suffer. And I'm in this lower vibrational frequency for too long, it starts to affect my physical body. Now my back hurts, my knee hurts, I have diabetes, I've got PTSD, I've got my shoulders hurt, my teeth, everything. We start to feel all this pain. When you get to that state, which maybe you already are, it becomes this downward spiral. I'm never going to feel better. I'm never going to get out of pain. I'm never going to get out of depression or anxiety. I'm never going to get to this place of peace and joy. So what do? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to work on clearing the energy out. We need to start opening the hose. And if you just listen to the last episode I say it all the time about the garden hose, we have to clear out the gunk. And then we have to start focusing our attention on something that feels better. If I'm a 1, I use a vibrational scale from 1 to 0. It's like a vertical scale. From 1 to 10. And if I'm a 1, that's a survival, I'm in a survival need or survival state. So I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm in grief, I'm depressed, anxious, Okay, those survival emotion states. And what I need to do is not jump all the way to 10. I need to go from 1 to 2. I need to just move up the scale just a little bit. I need to just start feeling better. And one of the things that you can start doing is focusing your attention on something that feels better. It starts with your thinking. Now, you can attach your attention to a different part of the cycle. So this cycle is thinking. Thinking leads to our emotions, which lead to our physical sensation, which leads to our physical experience, and also action. I can attach my thinking to any part of those steps in that cycle to break the cycle. Now, this will be the hardest work that you do. But I will tell you this. Once you can break into that cycle, any one of those 4 key spots, and I'll tell you the easier ones to break into here in a second. But once you can break into it, your life starts shifting right now. Right now, I start feeling better. The next day I get up, I can stand up without problems. My shoulder doesn't hurt. I have full range of my arms, right? My headache went away for the very first time in 2 years. My stomach feels good, right? I can stand up and I'm standing without pain. I feel good today. It is right now. And I would tell you the first part, I would say there's 2 parts, but the first part that's the easiest is shifting your thinking. But that also means you have to pay attention. I'll be in a group coaching program. There's a few clients that I coach, and there's a couple of them that are, here's one that's a dear friend of mine, and I've been friends with her for 20 some years now. And there'll be times where we're coaching and we're talking, and I'm like, okay, you got to pay attention to the words you're using. And then we'll get into this conversation, and within seconds, she's back to saying the same sentences that are creating the cycle of her pain. And it's not all and only about positive words. I hear a lot of people in my group coaching programs that are saying that, like, I keep trying to be positive. It is not all about that. Like, that is really hard. That's really hard to be positive when you're in a negative state. So the first thing you have to do is start shifting your thinking. You have to start being open to a new way of thinking. And I will keep saying being open, because when I work with clients that are closed off, they do not see what I mean. They don't understand what I mean by being open. Say those words. I am open to change. I am open to allowing new things into my life. When we say that, our subconscious mind can get on board for change to start coming about. Our subconscious mind can get on board. And if our subconscious mind isn't on board, no change is going to happen. No amount of healing is going to happen. So when we have that stress in our body, it is time right there to stop focusing on the stress and just start shifting your thinking. Just think about something else. What if you ask yourself, what if I can heal? What if I can get out of these lower vibrational frequencies and I can get into a higher vibrational state? So when we start thinking about our thinking, and you start saying, okay, so here's my life, here's where I'm at, here's what I'm experiencing, what do I need to change? I mean, we have to analyze this. We have to stand back and look at our life and go, what words am I using on a regular basis that get me the life that I've led so far? Because it's your words and your emotions that have created the life that you're living right now. Whether the relationship, the money, the location and where you live, the job that you have, your scenario at your house, everything. Everything in your life has been created by your thinking and your emotional state. So I say, okay, well, hey, Jen, that's great. Thanks for that responsibility. Now what? We have to break the cycle, because here's what we're doing. I wish you guys could see me right now. So take your finger in the air and start making a circle, right? Just a little circle, like in front of you, like you're drawing on a chalkboard. Okay, so you're making a circle, making a circle, making a circle. That's the groove that you're in. I think this thought, I have this feeling, I have this physical sensation, which leads to this action, which creates this thought. and it just goes, and you're on a feedback loop. It just keeps going and going and going. That's the groove that you're in. I think this thought that I'm not worthy, which leads to this place of loneliness, which leads to this action that I'll just take the next guy that shows any interest in me, and now I'm in this relationship that sucks, okay? And I don't know how to get out of it. Okay, so now take your other hand, and you start from making this circle with your left hand to making a new circle with your right hand. And that new circle with your right hand is now going to be the new thought. So I'm going to ask you, what thoughts are you thinking that are leading to the life that you're leading right now? Write that question down in your journal. What thoughts are you thinking that are leading you to the life that you have right now? You say things like, I can't do it. You say things like, my husband's crazy. You say things like, my kids are annoying, or I hate my job, or I hate my boss, or I never have any money. These are the words. These are your thoughts that are your beliefs that create this emotional state, which communicate to the subconscious mind, this is the life experience that I want. And you say, wait, Jen, wait a second. I didn't choose this life. I say, no, you didn't choose it. You created it. And you even created it on accident. But I'm telling you right now, we start waking up to the world of energy, waking up to the world of you and your mind and your thinking and your emotions. You now can move from this life that you created into a more purposeful life that says, now I'm going to create on purpose. I am seeing, and I always do when I have clients I'm working with, when they start moving into this creative state, they're like, oh my God, my life is completely different and improved. Better relationships, more money, better household. I feel better. My body feels better. I could go on and on about the testimonials that I have witnessed from my clients that are just like, I feel like a 10. I feel amazing. I have this new job that I love. I have a brand new partner. I have a new house. I have more money. I have all this excitement in my life. This is why I do this work. This is magic. And it's a collaboration, or I should say a collection of different teachings that I have learned throughout, the last 25 years of learning about different things. And so I'm taking these simple yet powerful techniques and bringing them right to your front door and saying, hey, try this thing, try this, and see if it's going to work for you. Because here's the thing, what you're doing right now is what's creating your life right now. And you can take that or leave it. There's a lot of people out there that are like, there's no way. I was born like this. Yes, you were born into a certain situation. You were born with a certain set of parents. You were born with a certain set of siblings and a certain education and a certain environment. Yes, you had all those things. However, right now, tomorrow morning, you have a clean slate. You have a clean slate. Every day, every minute, you have a clean slate of the work that you do, the things that you choose to say. And that's the easiest way into breaking this cycle. What am I saying? What am I thinking? And the best way to do that is get that out of your head and get it onto a piece of paper so you can see it. Here's another thing. If you don't want to write it down, get a recording app on your phone, hit record and start talking about your life. It was so eye-opening to me to do this activity. And I look back at those words that I would say to myself about my life, about my partner back then, about my job that I had, about my money, about my house. And I go, well, no shit that I have the life like this. Look at the words that are coming out of my mouth. Look at what I'm saying. No kidding, because your words are creative. So, get your journal out or get your recording app. After you record, you can just talk for 3 minutes, 6 minutes, whatever you want. Just record yourself talking about your life so you can capture those words that you use. And don't try to censor it. Literally, talk about your life. You will uncover the key to what you need to change and what you need to focus on. So what do we do? So now let's say I don't have any money. My bank account's empty. I don't have any money. I'm poor. I grew up poor and I have no money. Okay. And you find out all these words that you say. Now, what do you do? What do you do with that? Well, if I wasn't poor, I would be, is the very first question I would ask. If I wasn't, and you go one by one, you're reading these things off the list, you're hearing these sentences that you say to describe your current life. Your current life, now check this out, your current life is your past, just being recreated into your future. Your current life, the status that you're in right this minute, at whatever time, whatever second of the day you are listening to my voice, this is your past being recreated into your future. So if I today on this Tuesday, and I start re-saying those same words, all I'm doing is recreating my future experience. So I'm just keep doing the circle over and over again. If I wake up in the morning and I say, see, my back hurts. See, my knees hurt. See, I have no money in my account. This shit doesn't work. And I go, yes, it does. But you can't say the same thing and expect a different result. You can't keep waking up and say, my body feels like crap, and then expect your body to not feel like crap. So what do we have to start doing? First, you have to kind of tackle those sentences, and you have to say, am I open? Am I curious? Is Jen right? Could she possibly be right about this? I wonder. When you're using curiosity as a state of mind and as an emotional state, you move into this neutrality that says, kind of a clean slate, and goes, you stop the spinning and you say, you move to this neutral place. So there's no resistance, because if you're saying Jen's wrong and this is BS and she doesn't know what she's talking about, you're not going to change. There isn't any amount of tools or techniques or methods or formulas that are going to help you. You must get your mind wrapped around it, that this could be something else. I could get out of this. Oh, but wait, Jen, my doctor said I can't heal from this. Yeah, that's BS too. There isn't anything on the planet that you can't heal from. I'm not kidding. I firmly stand in the belief that no matter what you get, no matter what ails you, you can recover. You can. And I could go into all the science about it, but I'm not going to in this episode. But there's a lot of science about stress on the body. When you have stress on the body and you're in those low vibrational frequencies, your body can't heal. It can't. You can't say the word I can't and have it show up as I can. They don't go together. They don't match. Okay? And I can't emphasize that enough. So what do you have to do? You have to be open. You have to be curious. If you can get to a state of curiosity, if you can get to that state, I promise you, things will get better. I promise. I have seen crazy, crazy things happen that people have moved up the line, that have cured their bodies from cancer. They have shrunk tumors. They have overcome deep, deep depression and anxiety. They have sped up the process from pretty difficult surgeries, and I'm included in that, and overcoming sickness that they never, ever thought they could overcome. 30 years of therapy, 30 years of medication, numerous doctors, numerous surgeries, and they were able to overcome. They were able to overcome. That is my word going into 2023. Overcome. Overcome the negative thinking, overcome the adversity, overcome the body wanting to be in charge, my subconscious mind wanting to go in this direction out of habit. And I go, no, you know what? We're going in a new direction because I want to experience a difference and change and an up level in my life. And I'm assuming that if you're still listening to this podcast, we're probably on 20 minutes now, aren't we? 18 and a half minutes now. Probably more than that, 19 minutes. You are wanting to up-level your life. So the very first thing is get to a state of curiosity. Get to that place. I wonder. I wonder if she's right. I wonder if I can heal myself. Then it gives you in this move, this like forward momentum. Like, can I really do it? Is it really as easy as that? But I will tell you, it is not as easy, and I'm going to do this in the next episode. It is not as easy as standing in the mirror going, I'm thin and fit. I'm rich and affluent. I've got a great family. Those words, and I'm going to tell you why affirmations don't work. And that's not what I'm suggesting here. What I'm suggesting is you figure out what it is that you are believing that is creating the life that you are leading right now. Get out of those lower vibrational frequencies and into higher state vibrational frequencies like gratitude and joy. And I'm going to go into that more because there's other steps. So the first thing you can do is tackle your words. What am I saying that is creating the emotional state that's creating this physical experience? You will find 1,000 clues if you just listen to your talk. What am I saying? How am I describing my life? How am I describing my family, my money, my job, my relationships? What words am I using? And then you're going to stand back and look at those words and be like, no kidding. All of the clues are right there in front of you. Okay. Another thing you can do is you can get into this emotional state. You get into this emotional state of how am I feeling about my job, my relationship, my health, and find where that is in your body. Feel into ill health, feel into a shitty relationship, feel into that. Where is it in my body? Then you go, am I willing to release this? Am I willing to let go of this emotion? And hopefully the answer is yes. Again, if you're coming at it from this curiosity place, like I think I could get better, is I'm going to release this. I'm going to let this go. And then you let it go. If I wasn't feeling anxious, I would be feeling what? Peace, harmony, love, calm, joy, right? That's going to help you to change directions emotionally. When we are working at that emotional state, that, my friends, is when life gets really, really interesting, because the emotion is the language of your body. And the language of your body is the programming that is in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the bigger part of you, but it's quiet. But it's the part that's supposed to keep you safe, supposed to keep you alive. So when you want to make change, it's that subconscious mind. It's your physical body, that programming that wants you to not go in a different direction. Because if you go into a different direction, that becomes the unknown, and the unknown is scary. And your subconscious mind will fight you tooth and nail to prevent you from going in that direction. That's why change is so hard, because it's programmed. I grew up poor. I will always be poor. I will never have money. If those are some of your words, you're really going to have to work to overcome, here's my word again, overcome the body, overcome the subconscious mind, and continue to feed it new beliefs and new patterns. And eventually it will become easy. So it's the same as when you're drawing the circle in the air. You now have to draw the circle in the other direction over there. And it's going to be hard at first. It's going to require a lot of mental energy, just like when you're learning something new. It's going to require a lot of mental energy until the subconscious mind goes, okay, I got it. I hear what you're saying. Ever start a workout program? You go a couple times, you wake up at 5:30, you're kind of gung-ho, you're a little bit excited, you get up, you go, you do it 4 or 5 days in a row, and then come the 6th, 7th day, you're like, I think I'm going to sleep in. You come, here comes Monday, I'm going to hit the snooze. Here comes Tuesday, I'm not doing it. Here comes Thursday, I'm done. Right? How many of you have done that? Show me your hands. Everybody raises their hand in the room, right? Because you have to overcome, you have to keep going. In that moment, Thursday morning, you stop and you ask yourself, you know what? That's my body preventing me. That's my subconscious mind wanting me to get back on the overweight wagon. And I don't want to. So you have to revisit your goals. You have to revisit. You have to look back. Why do I want to do this? And then you get back and you overcome and you overcome and you overcome. Writing things down puts it in front of you so you can look at it, you can assess it. You can see, what emotion am I at? And if I continue to feel these lower vibrational frequencies, I am going to continue to go down the path of ill health, heart disease, cardiovascular stuff, diabetes, pain, pressure in the body, fatigue, depression, anxiety, anger. I mean, the list goes on. And now my body doesn't feel good to be in it. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to call this one part 1 in dealing with stress in the body. And then we're going to move on to another chance for you to really start moving this energy so you can start feeling better. And I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening. And if you made it to the end of this episode, then I'm really proud of you, because that tells me that you are dedicated to your own transformation. And if you're looking forward to other episodes, please send me a friend request on Facebook under Jen Mack and follow my page so you get notified as soon as another powerful episode drops. I try to get out 3 a week starting at 6 a.m. so you can start your day off right. And I try to focus on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 6 a.m. Also, if you're being inspired by my podcast, please share your opinion in a review so others can be inspired too. Keep going, growing, and transforming, and keep looking for those nuggets of inspiration. I'll see you next time.